Hi Cancer, welcome to my channel. My name is Kem. So today, Cancer, I'm going to be doing a love reading. Pick your energy. I have this energy and this energy. Just pick the one that resonates with you. And then this is the collective energy. And then we're going to be finding out what this person needs, and what the collective, what both of these people need. So right away, you guys got: be supportive. Make a genuine effort to show you care. Number 45. And you guys got: love endures. Love does not give up or lose faith. Love is hopeful and withstands every situation. What I'm getting is that I'm getting a lot of space. Do you see how like I have a moon here and I have like a moon here? I feel like this kind of love transcends like time and like space, and again, it's like even if you're both not in each other's energy necessarily, you guys like feel each other's energy, right? And I think this is some sort of relationship that has lasted a very long time. With love endures, like this is a relationship for like that carries on lifetime through lifetime through lifetime. I think that this is definitely like, I don't know, there's a very big soul contract here, right? Because the fact that you guys come back to each other every single time, right? This is for like this type of couple. That's what I'm feeling. And again, it's like even when you're not together, you're together, right? Like this contract, this bond is never going to be broken, right? With be supportive, I'm just seeing how they're both kind of like in space, right? Like that's what I'm saying. It's like these two people don't spend time apart from each other ever. Even though they're not together maybe in the 3D, they're together on the 5D, the 4D, like they're together. You know what I'm saying? Like this soul contract cannot be broken. And with love endures, the thing that this card is really speaking to me about is the ocean. The ocean speaks of like high emotions, and like the higher the tide, the higher the emotions. And that's why the boat is like rocking so much, because there's high emotions here. And that's how I'm feeling like these two people, again, there's a love here, that a bond that cannot be broken. So of course there's high emotions because there's a lot at stake here, especially if these two people are in separation in the 3D. It's like, you know, it's painful, right? It's like they're not to not be together in the 3D is very painful. I feel like the separation or whatever. I feel like these are two people that might know each other and that are like working through some things, or this could be someone that you haven't met yet, but like that you're supposed to be with, right? But I'm getting strongly that, I mean, it could be either. It's definitely like a divine couple, divine pair. You're gonna know if you know this person or not. I feel like you kind of do already, but again, like we're all on different timelines and we're all going through different shit. And it's like some people are already done with one partner and like moving on to another partner. Like, do you know what I'm saying? Like, it's not that you can only have one soulmate in this plane. I think that you have like contracts with you can have contracts with a lot of people. So you're gonna have to choose if this is like someone that you know already or if this is someone new. But with love endures, I kind of feel like this is a relationship that people might know each other already, because with love endures, I feel like there's been a rocky road, right? Like there's a lot of waves, there's a lot of emotions, there's like the chance that someone might like fall off the boat. Do you know what I'm saying? But it's like, it's crazy to me because it's like these two people, even though they're so together in like other planes in the 3D, I think it's really hard for these two people to actually come together. It's like there's something that's like difficult for these two people to come together. There's a reason why it's like very hard. And I think that it's hard because maybe like ego might have gotten in the way. Maybe like problems might have gone, like, you know, every couple, every relationship has like shit that they need to deal with. And I think that's kind of what's going on. It's like with love endures, maybe these two are not together on the 3D, but the love still remains, right? So it's like there's high emotions, there's high, you know, I think there's someone who wants to like put the work in, right? With love endures, it's like it doesn't matter that like they're not together with this person. It's like I still care about this person. Like the love has endured no matter what, right? Like I still have those high emotions for this person. Like time hasn't made that go away, right? And other people haven't made that go away. Just like the thought of this other person still makes me like fire up, right? Like it still makes me feel something in my body. Like I'm still like attached to this person on a level that I haven't been with another person. And it's like, you know what I'm saying? That's what I'm getting with this love endures. It's like, it doesn't matter what's been in between us. Like it doesn't matter what this other person did or I did. I still feel the same way that I felt for this person, like when I met them. Do you know what I'm saying? It's like, it doesn't matter how many painful lessons we go through, I still feel like the same about this person, right? That's what I'm getting with this love endures. It's like, it's a very beautiful connection because it can't be broken, right? It's like, it's not even about over lifetime. It's like even on this 3D where we're like tested and we're like, and like all the ego can come out and all the mistakes that we make. And I think these two people have both made mistakes. It's not just like one person. It's both of these people have made a lot of mistakes. And I think both of these people still feel like very, very strongly for each other. Like that they want to both put in the work, right? Like the love is never gone away. Even if these people are separated, it's never gone away. Even if they're both with other people, it's never gone away. Do you know what I'm saying? It could be two people that are like in other relationships still thinking about each other, honestly, because I'm getting two couples here. So it's kind of remind me of that. It's like, it doesn't matter if this person's with that other person. Like, I know how they feel about me. You know, like I know that this love, like it's everlasting, right? Like there's no, you know what I mean? Like they could try to move on from me, but they're never going to forget about me. It kind of sounds like a little bit toxic in that sense. Like, well, but it's like, I feel like these two people are letting each other like explore. Like these two people are letting each other like live their life. And it's like, if they come back to each other, they come back to each other. And that's what I kind of feel like with love endures. It's like, I think it's like an inevitable thing that these two people are going to get back together. Even though there's like maybe two couples here, maybe two people with other people trying to like move on, move forward. It's like, this love will never be like copied. This love can't be, that's what I'm getting. It's like someone's trying to make this other person that person. It's like, it can't be, because it's not that person. Do you know what I'm saying? You can't have the same relationship that you had with this person with anyone. It's like, it's like you can't find it, and it's because it's not supposed to be. This is a romance from like the I don't know, it's love endures, right? So right away with this person's energy, I'm getting a lot of feminine here. And here I have like, I always see Luthus as like a masculine. It doesn't necessarily have to be, but I'm gonna say this is a feminine, this is masculine, just so I don't say like this person, because I feel like it's like confusing. So I'm gonna say like the feminine and the masculine, but you can choose your energy, you know. But I have the green woman here. And it's so interesting because I have also Luthus, and do you see how both of these people are like super in like green energy, like in the forest kind of vibe? Like it's very interesting to me because it's like these two people are very creative. These two people are very, it could just be the energy they're working in right now, right? Like this creative energy, this vibe that they're like putting off into the world where they're like trying to create something. But I honestly feel like these two people, they are a match because they are like a match. Do you know what I'm saying? Like the love endures because of how similar they are to each other, and the similarities are like here, like even in the cards, right? Like this person is, they're both made of the earth. Do you know what I'm saying? I'm not saying they're both earth signs. I'm saying like that they're both like in this reading matching in the sense that they're both very creative individuals. Like their souls are here to create something. I think like they could have a lot of like someone might draw, or someone might paint, or someone might like do something with music. Do you know what I'm saying? Someone like these are two people that enjoy like those types of jobs, like enjoy being creative, enjoy like exploring that side of them. Like these two people, and maybe these two people right now are just very busy creating what they want in this life. Like they're both kind of matching in that sense where they're like both trying to form, right? Like I'm seeing like a flame, like they're trying to create like fire. Do you know what I'm saying? Like they're trying to build something in their lives, and it's like very interesting how they're both coming out in the same energy. And I think with this person, I'm gonna say the feminine, I think the feminine energy, I think that what this feminine energy needs to do, or this person on the side, they have to, I'm seeing with like the feline that in reverse, it's kind of like the feline in reverse talks about letting go of guilt, right? And letting go of any blame that they harbor in themselves for anything that like they've done basically in their life, right? Like, again, it's like we have these cycles to teach us things, and I think this person is very like, if things don't work out, they take a lot of the blame, right? They're like, oh, it has to have been, like, they look at themselves, right? And they're like, you know what? It had to be my fault, or like this thing was my fault. Like, I should have done this better, and I should have done this better. And I think that's the energy that this person has to get out of, right? Because with the fairy godmother in reverse, this is also telling me like the universe is trying to give this person a lot of beautiful things, right? But because they are still in this learning mode of learning that they have to release this guilt, learning that not everything is like their fault, like they have to learn this lesson in order to receive the gifts, right? It's like that energy of guilt keeps this person in a low vibe, but they're already trying to like be that like butterfly, be that like I'm getting a butterfly, like they're trying to fly out, right? They're trying to like be creative, create something, transform, right? And it's like what will help them transform is, I think, to release this guilt, to release the blame for maybe this relationship not working out. It's like it doesn't, for this person, it was not only you, right? And if you can see here that love endures and be supportive, maybe there was like no support from this other person. Do you know what I'm saying? And it's like you put all the blame on yourself, and it's like, no, it's not only for you, right? Like the blame is not on you, because what I'm getting with this person's energy with Luthus is impulsive, and Luthus can like create but then run away very quickly, right? Like they're like someone who like loves to create shit, but then like they're not there to like see it through. So it's like the worst thing that you could do is like stir someone's love right within them and then leave. And that's kind of the vibe that I get with Luthus. It's like, yeah, it's a beautiful energy to be this creative, but this feminine energy is more stable with their creativity. This masculine energy, I feel like they like to create and like leave. Like they're good at that, right? They're good at leaving. So it's like, I feel like the problem with these two is like this person was creating with this person for life, right? And like this person might have like seen a problem and left. Do you know what I'm saying? It's like this person will harbor that in and say like, well, it had to be my fault. And meanwhile, it's like this person has no, like they're reckless, right? Like they create so quickly they can like start a fire, right? I'm getting a lot of fire. This person could be a fire sign, but it's just could be like the passion between these two people, right? It's like, I think that this relationship might have started very quickly, right? Because this person likes to create quickly, like they do everything quickly and it's impulsive, but at the same time, then it's like they create and then they don't stick around, right? So then they didn't stick around, and I feel like this person took all the blame, right? Like they took all the guilt, they took all the blame. They're like, it had to be my fault, and it's not this person's fault. So if you're this person, it's like, no, that's what this person does. And it's not your fault when things didn't work out. So once you're able to release that, I feel like a lot of gifts will be coming for you, because with the fairy godmother in reverse, I feel like you're stalling yourself, right? You're stalling your own like life in a sense, because you're still like placing, even if it's subconscious, right? Because I feel like you don't maybe see yourself in that way, but it's like subconscious. Do you see how like she's very like fertile? She's very like, she seems like she has support. She seems loyal, but then I feel like there's this back energy. Like, do you see how it's like this guy kind of creeping in the back? And it's like, I think it's in the back of your mind, like subconsciously, like, oh, it could have been me, right? Or this could have been my fault. And I think that's what this person needs to release. This person needs to release any guilt or any blame that they felt in this like past relationship of why things didn't work out. They need to understand who they're dealing with also. The person that they're dealing with is this is what this person does. Like they left. I'm feeling that heavily with love endures. It's like there was high emotions, and I feel like this masculine energy wasn't, or like this person didn't stick around, right? And that's the most important thing, I think. And that's why I think that they're trying to give you these two cards. It's like to stay with someone, to like put the work in when things are shitty and things are not working out, and when you feel like leaving, like that's what love is, right? Like that's if you're still on the same frequency as this person and you still care about this person and you want things to work out, I mean, it's all about your frequency, right? Like if you're not at the same vibe as this person, like you've learned a lot of things and they haven't, and they're still in this energy, then it's okay to leave, right? Because they're not at the same energy as you. And that's probably what happened here. It's like two people were not at the same level. Like one person was already, yeah, we're matching in energy. We're both like green. We're both like of the earth. Like we're both similar, but I'm more stable than you. So you'll like leave at any moment, right? Like you won't put in the work, and I'm more stable. So shit's not working out and I'm here to like, you know, talk to you, want to communicate with you, want to like put work in, and you're like, you know what, I created this beautiful thing and now I'm gonna leave, and it's a little hard now, so I'm gonna just create another beautiful thing with someone else somewhere else. And that's kind of the vibe I'm getting with these two people. And it's like, that's why this couldn't work out in the past, possibly, because like you can't work something out with someone who's kind of like a child, someone who's reckless, someone who's impulsive, someone who's not really like stable, right? Like yeah, they create beautiful shit, but they're not able to like put in the work afterwards. So it's interesting because I feel like with this energy, which I feel like is the masculine, they are having the singer of transfiguration. So I think that energy is being like transformed, transfigured, right? And it's an 11, so again, this could be some sort of divine counterpart, right? Where this person is transforming, and it's no longer there's no longer a need for this person, feminines. I feel like this is you. If you are still feeling like the guilt, that shit has to be released, because it's not your fault. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, you might not have been like you might make mistakes, yes, but you were kind of there to put in the work when this person, I don't think, was, right? And it's kind of sad because it's like you wanted to put in the work even when shit wasn't working out, and like this person was not, right? Like this person just kind of dipped. That's the energy I'm getting. So with love endures, it's like, and be supportive, it's like to have a long lasting relationship. This is like kind of what this masculine, I feel like, needs to learn. It's like when shit's not working out, to be supportive, right? When you don't want to talk to another person because you're mad, to communicate, right? And not to run away, and not to go try to form some new relationship somewhere else and only get met with the same thing over and over. And I feel like that's kind of what this person does. It's like they've had a lot of relationships, or they tried to form a lot of relationships, but it doesn't work out for them because they don't know how to like put in that work, or to put in that time, and to put in that energy of like, okay, this isn't working out, let's try to fix it. Not, okay, this isn't working out, let's run away and fuck this relationship. Do you know what I'm saying? So this person kind of acted like a child, and I feel like that energy is definitely, they're changing, right? With the singer of transfiguration, there's a change in this person. This person has been able to, do you see how they're very similar shapes? It's honestly hilarious, actually, now that I'm seeing it. Like, yeah, they're all fairies, right? But the position of all three of these fairies are very similar to me. Do you see how like their wings are all, like they're like in this energy of like kind of running away. Like, do you know when you're about to start a race and you're like, get, set, go? And they're like in that position? That's what I'm getting from this energy. They're very like, I want to say like they were flighty, right? Like they were very like, again, they're a dynamic person. It's reminding me of this like song of Lana, and she talks about her person, and she was just like, you know, the way that they speak. Like I can't remember the thing. It's like the way they talk, the way they speak. Like this person is so dynamic. This person is so like, there's a fire within this person that's really beautiful, but it's also very reckless. And I feel like this feminine recognizes this. This person like loves this about this person, but at the same time, it's not stable, right? It's not a stable energy. So you can love it all you want, but then you have to release it, because at the end of the day, it's like, this is an unstable thing. It'll just burn you, right? And I think this feminine needs to understand that this is not their fault. This is this person's inability to be stable, right? The reason that they didn't stick around has nothing to do with this person. It has to do with who they are. And why I love that the singer of transfiguration came out underneath it, I mean, next to it, is that this person is transforming. This is talking about a deep transformation, very, very deep to the core, to the soul. And that's why I think it's going on with this person. And I think it's actually such a beautiful thing, because I feel like this person is learning like, that yes, they have this very beautiful energy. They are like this dynamic person. They have this personality it's like enchanting, right? It's like they're like, they seem to be fearless, but they're not, because if they run away. So it's like they're being careless, maybe out of fear, but they see themselves as like, it's like they don't see that their own like recklessness. They just see it as like, oh, this didn't work out. But it's like, no, maybe it could have worked out if I would have stayed around to put time in. So it's like a deep soul thing that this person has to learn, right? And I really think that this person with the Bodacious Bodak coming up in reverse, I think we had this last week too, so it's interesting. But with the Bodacious Bodak coming up in reverse, it's like this person is seeing that, like they've been illuminated to the problem, right? Like the Bodacious Bodak puts in reverse, it's like they're putting things in the person's path so they see them and they can like acknowledge them. And I think that's what this person did. And I think that this person is starting to see again, like in the ways that they kind of can take a little bit of the blame, right? It's like, it's not about blame, it's not about guilt. These are low vibe things that, we shouldn't focus on. But because I feel like this feminine energy holds a lot of that in and puts a lot of it on herself, I feel like that's kind of the lesson here. It's like, for love to endure, it's kind of not about whose fault is it. It's about like, do you want to put the work in with me? If it didn't work out in the past, it's like, we should work through it instead of like throwing this away, right? And I think that there are high emotions for these two people because there's so much love here. But I see that like there's still work, there's always work, right? Like we don't ever like we're never like done with the work technically, like, you know what I mean? It doesn't end, right? We're always doing like learning new shit. But right now in this present moment, this person needs to be ready to receive. And in order to receive, they have to like stop with this blame and stop. Maybe it's like they put all the blame on them. Maybe it's a different thing. It's like, I don't feel like that's what it is. But again, it's like the blame is shared. There's nobody perfect here. And if this person decided to leave and is shifty, they've transformed. So it's a beautiful energy that these two are sitting in. I feel like it might be a little bit rougher because like this person hasn't really received the gifts yet, right? Like the fairy godmother's in reverse. So it's like they're still waiting, I feel like, for the gifts to like come, because I think they have been doing the work and they're like waiting. Whereas I feel like with the Luthus the Wild, they already have transformed. So I feel like they're receiving those like benefits of that transformation, right? Like, or they're going to be soon because they're sitting in the right energy. Whereas I feel like this person might not be sitting in the right energy only because they're like they're like, where are the gifts, right? Like, where is like the fruits of my labor? Because again, they're very stable. And I think they were always more stable than this person. So it's like, I think they kind of are waiting for those gifts. And now I'm seeing the fairy godmother and be supportive as like very similar colors, right, with this purple. And I think that it's funny because I was talking about butterflies and there's butterflies here, and I was talking about butterflies for the feminine, and it's like transformation for the feminine. So yeah, I definitely think that there's going to be some sort of transformation in this relationship. And I think that maybe one of the gifts that this person receives is like the support from this person, right? Like the turnaround is when this person receive support again from this person, or some sort of apology, or some sort of explanation, or some sort of like proof that this was like not all in this person's head and that this person was like there at the same time. Do you know what I'm saying? Like I felt the same way that this person did, but just like wasn't there to like express themselves, was too scared to put in the work, or do you know what I'm saying? Like an old pattern that they needed to throw away. And when this person is able to return, then the gifts come in, right? Because with the fairy godmother in reverse and be supportive matching, it's like there will be a transformation to this energy to this relationship once someone can, I feel like, be supportive and like be like, okay, like I'm ready to put the work in, and I'm sorry I did it in the past, right? So it's like, I feel like the energy for this feminine, yes, it's dependent on themselves, but I think that there might be some sort of surprise in it for this feminine energy, to be honest, with the fairy godmother and be supportive. It's like maybe this person will finally learn to like kind of be like stick around, right? And like come back around. So yeah, Cancer, let's pull some cards for you guys and see what this person needs, and what the collective energy is for like what both of you guys need. So Cancer, it's crazy because at the bottom of the deck, the Empress was there, right? This is how it was, and then the Empress was at the bottom of the deck. So definitely like a divine pair, definitely like a union with this 11, this like beautiful energy between these two people. And what this person needs is, I feel like, fruition, right? It's like after putting in the work, this is exactly what I was saying. It's like the fairy godmother in reverse, I feel like it's a surprise for the feminine, right? It's like the fact that things kind of will work out for them, right? With the 9 of coins, it's like when you put in work, you get some sort of energy in return. So I feel like they've put a lot of work into a relationship in the past, and they put a lot of work into themselves, but they're still waiting for those gifts. And the thing with the fairy godmother in reverse is like, I think it's like, again, it's a surprise. It's like things are gonna turn around for this, like the gifts will be received for this person, maybe not only when this person learns to put the guilt away, but it has to do with the connected energy with this other person. It's like the fruition comes, yeah, it's supposed to come from themselves, and they're not supposed to need this other person. But I think with the support card and the fairy godmother, it's like, I think that they put so much work in already, and I think that they kind of deserve this kind of like surprise in their life, or they deserve like things to kind of start growing, right? We have a lot of like lush energy here with like the earth, right? And do you see how like there's so much like the fruit is like kind of being born from like, you know, like the watermelons in this story, the watermelons are growing for this person, right? Like they're seeing harvest to their like plants, and it's like this person wants to receive some sort of harvest. That's what they need. And I think it comes a lot with us. I think it has to come from themselves, but at the same time, I think with the fairy godmother, that I think it's been stalled a lot because of this person. I'm going to be honest. I just feel like there's a connected energy here where it's like this person kind of, it's not that they owe it, but they aid the feminine in this energy. That's what I'm feeling like. They aid. And why do I feel like they aid? Because like they're the emperor, right? And the emperor, I feel like with this king, there's a responsibility to this feminine. I think there really is. And again, it's funny because it's like this energy is supposed to come from within. This energy is supposed to be like something they attain on their own. But I'm getting with this energy of like these two people that this masculine has some role in like maybe the healing or the ending for this feminine. And with his sword, I'm feeling like maybe it's some sort of communication, right? It's some sort of like, the way he's looking down, he doesn't, he look like he knows, I feel like he knows his responsibility to this feminine, right? It's like both their eyes are closed, but they both, again, it's like another worldly thing. It's like something that you can't describe. It's not like on an earthly plane that these two people like talk or they know each other. Do you know what I'm saying? It's a lifetime, it's like a past lifetime relationship. And I feel like this masculine might need to have some sort of like communication. I feel like with the masculine energy like puts shit into action, and then the feminine energy receives, right? And it's not like they both don't work together, and it's not like they both don't have feminine and masculine energies. But with the masculine energy being the emperor, I feel like the emperor has to put some sort of action, some sort of like work into it. It's like, I think they might be a little scared because it's like with Luthus the Wild, it's like whatever, like they used to be so easily putting in like energy into so many different things, and now it's like being more direct with where the energy is going, right? It's like with the Transfiguration card, it's like the energy is going to this Empress. That's where the energy is meant to go. The energy is not supposed to go to like 20 different people. Just saying, the energy is meant to go to this one person. And I feel like that's kind of what needs to happen now. It's like this masculine energy has to put some sort of effort into this. Like, I don't think that it's meant for the feminine to put in the work. Like, I think that the masculine has to initiate, right? And what these two people both need, I think it's a new start. like a new beginning, right? Like that's what they both need. They both need this. Like, I think this relationship is meant to like take place. Remember I said this person seems like a lot of fire, like there's a lot of fire on this person's side. I think that's what, again, with the Ace of Wands, I think, like, again, it's supposed to be initiated by the masculine. And I know that's hard for the feminine energy to hear. So maybe it takes balancing out the feminine energy, like, again, putting this guilt away. Maybe seeing that, like, the fruition of their gifts is already here. Like, maybe they're in a time of harvest, and that's something they need to realize. For the feminine energy, it's different for everybody, but I definitely think that I feel like the feminine energy takes like 3 steps forward, and then the masculine energy follows. Like, again, it's weird how I feel like I'm thinking of like who starts and who finishes, like who goes first and who goes second. But I think maybe it's something that happens together, like at the same time, kind of, because again, I feel like the initiation has to start from the masculine, but at the same time, the feminine needs to realize that maybe like the harvest is already here, right? Like, even though this feminine might not have everything they need, like, or want, no, it's like they have everything they need, they don't have everything they want. And maybe that's like something they also have to realize. It's like they're being provided for with everything that they need at this time, and that's something to be like happy and rejoiceful for at the same time, right? Like, we don't need to depend on this to make us happy. We have to kind of remain happy on our own. But I don't think that that's this feminine's problem. I think it's just a little bit more of releasing, and once they release a little bit more of this pain, they are going to be able to like see things through new eyes and see things for like what they really are. And I do think like some part of their like gifts are being tied into this masculine energy, and I feel like the masculine energy has to initiate, like, with communication. And again, the fire, it's starting from the masculine. Like, I really feel like that, and I feel like it's being given to the feminine energy. Like, the feminine energy needs to receive something from the masculine at this time. And I do think that there's a new beginning for these two people. Like, love has endured. It doesn't matter how old the cycle is. It's like their love between these people has never faded. This love is still as vibrant, as passionate as it was on day one. You know what I mean? It just has to be spoken about. And I feel like now that the masculine energy has finally balanced themselves out and been transformed and transfigured, it's like the energy can go directly to the feminine. It doesn't have to be like given to like 20 different people and 20 different starts, and like there's no recklessness here. It's a stability, right? So yeah, Cancer, I really love this reading. Let's pull some advice for you guys. So you guys got Canary Spirit Sing Your Own Song number 12, making a 3. I think, again, there's something here about music, because I was getting like the creative energy between these two people. Like, it could do with art, it could have to do with like, I feel like a lot of a Renaissance energy, like art and music, right? And it's like, what is the Renaissance? It's like a time when like all this creativity is kind of unleashed, and sometimes it comes after like a really dark period, right? There's like this dark period, and then this Renaissance happens, and I kind of feel like that's the vibe between these two people. It's like these two people are in a time where they're like creating, and I think they would like to create with each other. And again, I feel like this is kind of for the masculine. Again, like I'm seeing even the crown on the canary, it's reminding me of like a boy crown, like a king's crown, right? Like an emperor's crown. And I think they have to sing your song is like to express yourself, right? And with the blue, it's like communication. And I think it's just mainly for the masculine energy, but again, for the feminine, it's like the feminine has to be able to express themselves as well. So it's not just like one person has to do it, it's both. But I definitely think it has to be initiated by this masculine energy, and it's like, it'd be free to like be who you are and express yourself and say what it is that you really feel, right? And I feel like that's what this Emperor needs to do. So yeah, Cancer, I really love this reading. Thank you guys for all the support on my channel. I love you guys. I hope this resonates, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.